The future of Greenland has suddenly become a focus of global attention. Wherever the American President Donald Trump sets foot, discussion about Greenland seems to follow. Concerns over potential military moves and also the stability of the US-European ties have been at the center of the discussions. And yet, in all this, the noise over the territory, one key question has not been asked. What's really unfolding inside Greenland itself? Now, Greenland is taking steps to try and get its people ready. Authorities have urged the Greenlanders to stockpile in supplies for at least 5 days in the event of any crisis blowing up. They've also issued a brochure offering guidance on handling power outages and other disruptions in this extremely cold Arctic island. The goal is to try and strengthen the overall security and readiness of the 57,000 Greenlanders there. And officials say that the publication of this brochure is routine and not a signal that there is trouble ahead. But it seems that the Arctic island is preparing for a possible American showdown. At a joint news conference, Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen and Deputy Prime Minister Mute B. Egede said that the government is reviewing its crisis preparedness measures. The timing ties back to Trump's recent speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and there he outlined a framework to acquire Greenland. Later, in a post on social media, he said that he's going to lift the tariffs on European countries that back his plan for the island nation.
We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland.
Now, the continuous change of stance and tone in statements by Donald Trump has made the Greenlanders more cautious than ever before. The residents in the Arctic are worried, with some saying that they're in fact preparing for the very worst.
I do think that he still really wants to take Greenland. But again, I try not to think too much about it because it can be so consuming and like it takes over like your everyday life if you think too much about it.
To bolster security, Denmark and 7 other NATO nations have deployed officers to Greenland. Greenland, a massive island that is home to just about 57,000 people, has suddenly become a focal point in global politics. Last week, thousands of residents, in fact, took to the streets of Nuuk in protest, while around 20,000 demonstrated in Copenhagen, sending a clear message of opposition.